And there it is. There is the leak. Just look at that little hole. And the water's just spraying down. It's not much, but believe me, over a weekend, that is quite a few buckets. Little Arthur, or shall I call him Big Arthur, is just getting used to the tigers still. It's been, well, 8 or 9 months and still he is not used to them. They will spend time here with the tigers, walk past them. Oh, Daisy over there, but Arthur is just always keeping in mind that they are still tigers. So, Diego, what do you think about that? He says he likes Arthur. Arthur does not need to be worried about anything. But he does not trust these tigers even one bit. The problem when your monkey is close to your shoes is he does not only loosen up the laces, he takes them out. And if he gets 2 or 3 minutes, especially when he sees you talking on the phone, well, that's when he takes his shot and he takes out the laces completely. And there's no way of him putting it back. He just won't do it. Little Bella right here, at least she does not take out shoelaces yet, but the day will come when she will do it. They all do. Believe me, they love taking out your shoelaces. They can sit there for hours and just pull them until they're loose, and then until they're out. And he will check you out. He'll make sure that you don't really, well, notice it at first. You only notice it when it's too late. Okay, it's about 4 days later and I am going to fix that leak. So I'm just climbing up here into the roof, and you can see that old water pipe right there. That's the one that's leaking, and we've done a repair on it before. 2 of, well, these things that we've put on there about 5 years ago. Oh no, there's another one over there. So that pipe needs to be replaced. That's the thing with these old galvanized pipes. They just don't last. They last maybe 15 years, 20 years, and then you have to replace it. And you tend to think that that's a long time. It's not. It passes, and you have to make, well, the correction and fix it up. First thing, you should not use these pipes, but that's what was available. That was the technology back then, and now I have to replace it. But I'll just fix it up with another one of these until I feel like doing the job. But I will have to do it sooner or later. These boys are up, and they're staying up today. They're not going back to sleep. I don't know why. I think they are excited because summer is here. Well, it's not really summer, but it feels like it. And just look at these little birds around here. They are building nests. Even though it is the windy season, well, I guess now they're getting to test their little nests. And they really are confident that they're going to get it right. And they do. Tigers are just walking around. Enzo trying to get a little in shape there. Now, I want to tell people about the pacing thing. Pacing is not what these boys are doing. You can see how relaxed they are while they are walking. Greeting. They are doing really great. But tigers do need to keep fit. Imagine if they just had to walk for 2 minutes every day. It simply will not be enough. They need to make sure that they stay at least, well, fit in order to be in full health. the thing with pacing is when a tiger is agitated, or if they want to stalk something and they've got no ability to hide, I've seen then they pace in a different way that actually shows aggression. Now these two boys, they don't show aggression. Just look at him. Friendliest tiger in the world. But the thing is, if a tiger is in a real small cage and unhappy with what he's got, then you might get that. And I think it's a combination between trying to keep as fit as possible in such a small little area that it becomes almost impossible for him to turn around and walk in the other direction, because their feet takes a lot of strain when they turn around. I've seen one specific place in another area where they walk and where they turned around always, and I've seen that right where Enzo's back foot goes right on that specific spot. When he turns around, it actually is like a foot standing still and just turning, and that worn a hole in the synthetic lawn. And that was a place where he kept on turning around. So that wasn't because of pacing, that was because of reaching the end where he has to turn around. So I have seen that foot of him being affected by that. So it is very possible that the pacing thing goes hand in hand with small areas. But I'd say a small area with some decent stimulation for the tigers to keep them busy is better than having a large area with nothing in it. Because, I mean, think about it. A tiger does not really need that much space. They are animals that tend to relax. They live there in their jungle gym. They spend most of their time on 2 or 3 square meters. And when they sleep for 20 hours, and it is just one of those things. That's how it is. But when they get up, they want to be stimulated in some way. They want a pool, they want a garden, they want toys, they want decent food and trees and shade. That's the most important part, is the shade. If you don't have shade for your tigers, you're doing them harm, because that would be like going to a desert and spending your day there without a hat on even. It is just not what tigers are built for. So if you see a big open field like the one right here next to my house over there, that is not tiger area. They would absolutely hate it. And the only reason why an animal needs such a big area is if there is other animals breeding on that grounds and they will have to hunt them. To give an opportunity for those animals to breed quick enough so a tiger can take one of those game right on there every day. That is why the area needs to be big. That's the only reason. But I'd say this enclosure is around about the right size. I would prefer to make it bigger, but then again, I made it a bit smaller by fitting this right in here. And that gave them the opportunity to take a long walk. Now, before I had that, they were pacing. But they were pacing right in front of the door. Up and down, trying to get in more exercise. That never came. But then I made it a little smaller and I fitted this fence right here in the middle. And that gave them the opportunity to walk more. Look at him. He keeps on walking. I want to see if I can get him to turn around. I just missed it there. But then you can see how that back foot stands still and he turns. And it's almost like he needs a bearing on that place. And I did make him a bearing in that area where they used to walk. And it helped. It helped a lot. But let's see that. I want to see him come back here and turn. So you can see how that foot takes strain by just turning straight on there. Little Turbo, he's also coming to walk around here. And I see there is little Miss Sissy Pants right there in my garage. I think she might be closed up. Enzo! Let's see if he turns around. Nope, tigers don't turn around when you want them to. But in any case, I've got to go open up for her there. She might have been in there the whole night, but it wouldn't have been that bad. But she did take that piece of grass out of that little area where it is supposed to be located. Right there. Well, I think there's a lot of discussion around the whole pacing thing, but know that tigers need to keep fit. They want to be fit, and Enzo is quite fit. Diego, I'd say he does not like to walk that much as he does. He is reasonably fit, although he's a little fat. But if you've got that midsection, and you can clearly see the midsection with the two indentations at the back, then they are in pretty good shape. And they don't need to be in perfect shape, because in perfect shape they will be able to get into an uncontrollable situation. So they do tend to get tired quite easy. And I remember taking Enzo for a walk years ago, and we would walk 1 block and I would have to carry him because he would be tired. And I tried to get him a little more fit, and he did get a bit more fit, but not like a dog. A dog can go for a run and just keep on going, but tigers don't do it. And a lot of people have been telling me those tigers need miles of area. To do what? They will be sleeping 20 hours a day, and if they are able to hunt and get food real quick, they will be happy, and water of course. But yeah, they don't need that much space. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you can take some information from that, and yeah, like always, have a great day. Right, and it is fixed just like that. Took me 10 minutes.